Hello, my name is Gina Partos, and welcome to How to Art. Today I'm going to show you how to mark a paper with concentric circles using a compass. First thing I'm going to do is rip a page out of this sketchbook. This is 140-pound paper, so it's super duper thick. It's going to be a little bit hard to fold, but not a problem. So first I'm folding off and taking off the perforated edges of my paper. Voila. Then I'm going to take one corner of the paper and fold it to make a square. Now the hardest thing about this is lining up the edges. The corners do not want to fold because this is really stiff paper, but I'm going to make it do what I want. So I'm going to start with these edges here first, the corner, and then I'm lining up these edges here. Press while you're holding firmly with your right thumb, and then press some more, and voila, you have a nicely folded paper. Then you mark the edge lightly with a pencil. If you want to cut straight, the best idea is to line your scissors up with your belly button, the scissor handles. That is the center of yourself, and it will show you a nice straight path. And your cuts will be nice and even. The other way to cut a paper straight is obviously to use a cutting board. Now I'm going to show you how to find the center of a piece of paper using a ruler. So I'm lining up the corner of the paper with the edge of the ruler. Okay. Make a slight line. Don't press hard because you're going to want to erase this line later. Line up the other edge. Coincidentally, this is also how tile persons set up their floors. They always work from the center point outward. That way they know the tile is laid straight. Now the next thing I'm going to do is grab my compass. Make sure the edges are lined up to one another, like so. Open it slightly. Now the way you're supposed to use a compass is to spin it around in circles while keeping the paper straight, but I've never been able to do that. Maybe I'm just too wiggly. So I just move the paper, lightly hold it while keeping the center point down, the center point of the compass. Now I have a nice circle. I'm going to open it up a little bit more. The main thing is to get the compass point into the center of your paper. And again, I'm moving the paper instead of the compass. I'm going to open up slightly again. Again, moving the paper. You might want to have a shoulder partner in the classroom do this part for you, the paper moving. Or you might want to, if you can hold the compass still and use the compass the way it's intended to be used, where you're spinning the compass instead of the paper. You could have your shoulder partner hold the paper while you spin the compass. Now I'm going to make one last circle, and I want it to line up with the edge of the paper. So I'm just kind of measuring the distance from here using the compass. Okay. I'll put it in my center point, hold it still, and I'm going to make this very last circle. This will be probably my frame for my picture. Good, I didn't wiggle. Now for students who are making the concentric circle oil pastel picture, I'm going to show you my oil pastels. I'm using Craypas. I don't work for them. This is just what I have. They're nice and oily. They're hard to get off of clothing. You can see we have a variety of colors: white, gray, black, brown, pale orange, pink, cobalt blue, pale blue, green, yellow, and red. Okay, so I'm just going to choose one of my colors. And I'm going to start with one dot in the center. I'm going to work from the center outward because then I won't mess up my paper. And I'll make dots around that dot. And continue making dots until the entire picture is covered with dots. Don't worry if the dots aren't perfect. Mine aren't perfect. Okay, now I'm going to color the background. So I'm going to get a clean piece of paper to put under the background, or under the whole paper, so that I don't mess up my board. And you might want to do this as well at home, because that way you won't have to wash your table. Even better.